Your ancestors are so proud of you. They are so proud of what you just did. I'm feeling like this welling of like pride, and it feels like there's like this new feeling that you're having as well. Like, just like this new grace that you're giving yourself, this new comfort. And the way that you gave this to yourself was that you faced a part of your shadow. You faced a part of your shadow that was not the easiest to face. It feels like the aspect of your shadow that you faced was something unfavorable. And what I mean by that is it was a hard thing to look at because it meant having to look at yourself and look at how you have been in the past. Like, there's this message coming through of how, you know, people have definitely harmed you, and um people have definitely like not been on your side about things, and you've kind of had an uphill battle through a lot of your life. But there's a part of your shadow that you recently faced where you were able to acknowledge that even though other people hurt you and did things out of negative intention, you also lashed back in certain ways. And you maybe weren't your best self at different times. And instead of like shaming yourself and making yourself feel bad for that and sitting in a place of regret, you were able to give yourself grace for that. You were able to acknowledge that at a time you were unhealed, at a time when you were unhealed and unaware, there was times when you were harmful to others. And not with the intention to hurt others, but with the intention to protect yourself. And that's exactly what you thought you were doing. You thought you were protecting yourself, right? You thought that you were doing what you needed to take care of yourself. It wasn't out of an ill intent, but there's a part of you that's recognizing that there may have been times where you let that get the best of you, and you like lashed back in a way that was not kind. Let's put it that way. And you have finally taken a look at that, and you've finally been very honest with yourself about that. You've been very honest with yourself about being able to look at it. I'm seeing somebody shining a light on a dark part of a cave. Like, you let yourself go in there and look at it. And I feel like it brought up a lot of discomfort for you. It wasn't easy or comfortable. And to be honest, it didn't really feel good to begin with. But when you were able to do this, you were able to release. You were able to let go. And there's some like anger, I feel like you were holding towards other people for them doing you wrong. That was actually something you were holding against yourself as well, because you were mirroring that in some ways. And this is the shadow work that you've recently been able to face, you've been able to acknowledge. And I feel like a part of you is facing and acknowledging this so that you can choose to move forward differently, right? We repeat what we're not aware of. And until you are able to truly face this part of yourself and acknowledge this part of yourself, you couldn't choose a different path forward. You couldn't choose a different way of behaving or responding. You have to become conscious before you can shift things. And your team is so proud of you. Your ancestors are so proud of you, because I feel like for this collective, whoever I'm talking to, you have have been surrounded by people who lacked accountability. You've been surrounded by people who really struggled to take responsibility for how they are hurting other people, or like for what they've done, right? Like, it feels like there have been people in your life who could not face themselves in this way. They couldn't acknowledge their wrongdoing or the fact that they hurt someone else, right? And it feels like for you, you're the first person in your bloodline to be able to truly um like acknowledge this, as well as heal this part of yourself. Oof. And I just feel like this deep sense of like relief. Like there was an energetic leak here that you have closed. And it's something that your family has had for generation after generation after generation. And it feels like um a lot of the times it was used in like shoving it under the rug or like silence. And by you choosing to face yourself, even though it was uncomfortable and it didn't feel good, you have been able to heal this part of your shadow, which now can be integrated into you. And the integration of this comes with a deep understanding and empathy for other people. Now, I want to be very clear and say that that doesn't mean that we put up with other people treating us poorly, or that we let other people abuse us. Okay. But it does mean that we can understand where other people are coming from and why, and that then can help us to disconnect from those things. And by disconnecting from those things, we're able to reach a level of acceptance of what is, and the reality that we can't control other people, and we are able to release the need to control other people because we can understand where it comes from, but also the pain that it takes to face that part of ourselves. And to be very honest, that is not something that everybody has the strength to do. I'm talking to a really strong individual. I'm talking to somebody who has always done the work and always showed up, no matter how hard it got. I'm seeing somebody who has cried through their struggles, but has chosen to get up and get up and get up and get up and get up. And because of your struggles and your choice to never give up and to keep going and to fall down and get back up and fall down and get back up, you have built this resistance and strength within you that is just not normal. It's not something that everybody has. It's something that's built in fire. It's something that's built through pain. It's something that's built through difficulty. And so all of the pain that you've been through and all of the difficulties that you've been through has built you into who you are now, which has also helped you to be a master alchemist. Without your difficulties, without your pain, without your hardships, you would not be as solid as you are today. You would not be as resilient as you are today. You would not be as strong as you are today. And that strength and that resilience is what has helped you to get to this point, to be able to face your shadow in this way. And to be able to face your shadow in this way is no small feat. Shadow work's really, really difficult. And I'm hearing it, so I'm going to say it. Many people will avoid it at all costs, or they'll let their ego tell them that they've done it and they don't have anything left to do. And the reality is that We always have more ego coming up the more that we transition and shift through our lives. Learning never ends or stops. So if you think that you've completed your learning, um, that says a lot about you as a person, right? That says a lot about anybody who thinks that they've learned everything that they can. They know everything possible, right? That's not an alchemist. That's someone who's given up on themselves and given up on growth. But with this energy, it's feeling like you have faced a part of your shadow that was keeping you upset with other people, keeping you blaming other people, keeping you angry with other people. And by recognizing and acknowledging this part of your shadow, you've been able to now integrate that and have more compassion and understanding because you're able to see your part in it. You're able to take responsibility for your aspect of it. Not to say that you're all responsible, right? Like, but every person in every situation is responsible to some degree. And you've recently been able to take a look at yourself and see that. And instead of shaming yourself, guilting yourself, you were able to give yourself grace and understanding. Even though in the beginning it was really uncomfortable, like I'm feeling like a severe discomfort. So, like possibly overeating or trying to use sweets to comfort, or like even trying to avoid to comfort yourself. But like you did it. Let me say that again. You did it. And that's what matters. The path to doing it is not always the easiest, but you still got it done, just like you always get it done. It's funny, the Cardi B lyrics are coming through for me right now. It's I got knocked down 9 times and I got up 10. I feel like that is like the theme of this message in this collective. You've gotten knocked down over and over and over and over again, and you just keep getting up. And because you've just kept getting up, you have now become the Master Alchemist. And this is only going to benefit you because it's only going to help you to move forward in regards to being able to understand how you are creating your reality, how you're participating in that creation, how you do that in the way that you spend your energy or what you focus on, right? And that's what you're kind of stepping into and recognizing and being able to understand about yourself. And your ancestors and your team is so, 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 so proud of you. They are just so proud of you for breaking the cycle, for breaking the cycle that no one before you had the strength to break. But you came here knowing you were going to break and that you would be able to build the strength and the healing to do it. That takes a very powerful soul, a very, very powerful soul to sign into their contract that they're coming here to complete this cycle. And you did it. And it feels like there's like a peace that's coming with this. There's like calmness that's coming with this. There's a confidence that's returning within you for you, right? There's like this piece of like really just loving yourself more too, where you're able to really like hold yourself honestly and truly. And it just feels like this is creating you into such a more empathetic and understanding individual. And that starts with us, right? That starts with the love that we give ourselves. That starts with the grace and the compassion that we give ourselves. And then that glows outward, right? And so by being graceful and kind to yourself and integrating this part of your shadow, this is only going to deepen the love that you have for yourself, the respect that you have for yourself, the confidence that you have for yourself, what you think you're capable of, how you see your ability, what you see that is yours, what you are able to manifest. This is moving you into Master Manifestor energy, because the fact that you can give yourself grace through something so difficult means that you can see how much you deserve everything around you. And that is how we become a Master Manifestor, is recognizing that we are everything that we see around us. So therefore, we deserve everything that we see around us. It's really beautiful energy. And it's taken a really long time for you to get to this point, but you made it. And your team is so proud of you. And I'm so proud of you. I see a big change coming for you. And it feels like a really big internal shift in just how you move through your day, how you feel day to day, the peace that you're able to embody from moment to moment. Recognizing that you don't need anything else outside of yourself. You are everything that you need. And that is what brings everything into us. That's what turns us into a magnet. That's what magnetizes our highest timeline to us. You are the Master Manifestor. I want you to leave that in the comments. I am the Master Manifestor. And I want you to be so proud of all of the work that you've put in this past year. I'm hearing 2 to 3 years. But it feels like significantly this past year. I want you to take time and acknowledge that and see that. I feel like that's not something that you do very often. You just like fall down, get back up, fall down, get back up. And you don't even check in, like look at your knees when you get back up. You don't even check your arms to see if there's dirt. And you just keep going. Take a second and reflect. Reflect on how far you've come. Reflect on how beautiful you are. Reflect on how much you are shining and how brightly you are shining at this point. Give yourself the love and the appreciation that you deserve. Your team is giving it to you. It's time for you to learn how to give that to yourself. It's so important that we are our biggest cheerleader. I'm going to end the message there. If you do feel called and you'd like to work with me, you can take a look at my bio. I offer coaching. I have psychic readings. I do spiritual guidance work. I can help you build confidence, build self-esteem, transition things, understand blocks, check out my classes. But keep going. But also take time to reflect on how far you've come and how beautiful you truly are. I love you.